have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors are tough thanks to more built-in weight, so they can safely pull flex-wing mowers and rescue neighbors stuck in the mud. And you're tough too. You haul feed and pull a float on your hometown parade.
Let's pray.
And still make it to supper. Now that's tough. Sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
Yes, sir. We are live at Model High School inside Woodard Gymnasium as we get you ready for Model High School basketball night on the live stream and also the radio. I am Matt Davis, bringing you the play-by-play story tonight, and fired up about it as we've got 2 for the price of 1, absolutely free. If you're listening on the radio or watching on the live stream, it's the Model Lady Devils first up against the Heard County Lady Braves, and it's a region game. It's a big matchup coming up tonight for the first game of the evening. I should let you know as we get started here that we just had a JV game that was a successful one for the Model Lady Devils. They picked up a 54-30 victory over the JV team from Heard County, so hopefully the success will continue throughout the rest of the evening. But we've got a lot to talk over here in our pregame and a lot of basketball coming up here on the live stream and also on the radio, because we're just getting started here with our coverage, even though the season's been going on for a few weeks now. But I will say this is the first home game for the Model Lady Devils this season that we're getting ready to embark on. And it's, again, a big matchup between Model and Heard County. And to tell you a little bit about these two teams and how their seasons have gone so far, we'll start with Heard County. The Lady Braves, they are 1-2 overall. That record, though, is a bit deceiving because you have to look look under the hood at the matchups that they've had so far in this young season, they have losses at Spencer, a really good basketball team over in Columbus, Georgia. The result of that game was a 50-43 loss. Then they went to face Langston Hughes, which is a 5A school, very talented basketball team. Came up a bit short there, 58-18, but as they say, iron sharpens iron, and no doubt that Coach Rusty Evans in Heard County does not shy away from scheduling some tough competition there at the beginning part of the season to kind of get their team ready for what they're going to face as they go out, throughout the course of the season. So 2 tough matchups there. And then in their most recent game, Heard County picked up a very, very close victory over Christian Heritage. Final score of that game was 69-66. And they've been one of those teams that's been getting better every game. Meanwhile, your Model Lady Devils, who have just entered the floor right now, to a great applause here from the crowd that's continuing to grow as we get started here tonight. They are currently sitting on a 3-1 record, 0-1 in region play, and we'll go over that schedule and the results as we go on throughout our pregame. But we just wanted to welcome you to the broadcast and let you know that we are about 13 minutes away from tip-off of Game 1 tonight. It's the Model Lady Devils and the Heard County Lady Braves. And we'll be back to talk it over and set the stage after a 2.5-minute timeout. We'll be back.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors have a tough, heavy-duty steel frame so they can lift fallen trees and everything else thrown our way. And you're tough, too. You maintain roads and mend fences and give your neighbors a hand and still make it to church on Sunday. Now that stuff sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
we're gonna take care of you.
If you ever hear these sounds, or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health, feel whole.
And we welcome you back live courtside here at Model High School inside Woodard Gymnasium on a beautiful night for basketball, which you can always insert the blank in terms of any kind of weather because it's nice and cozy in the gym, and it's always great to be here and watching some Model basketball, which we're getting ready to do here in less than 10 minutes. As we move along in our pregame show, we do want to let you know that something big is happening coming up next week. Yep, it is the 72nd annual Christmas tournament, and of course, course, they unveiled the bracket at a luncheon today that the Seven Hills Rotary Club here in Rome, Georgia, puts on every single year. And the last couple of years, they've had sort of like an unveiling ceremony and announced the bracket. So it just ended up in my hands this afternoon, and I was taking a look at it, and I can let you know when the model teams are going to play, and we may go over more of the bracket a little bit later on in our halftime show coming up later on in the evening. But I know people that are watching the broadcast tonight want to know about the model teams and when they're going to play in the Christmas tournament are interested in that information. So we'll go ahead and give that to you right now. But the model girls are going to play out at Shorter University coming up at 7 o'clock on, on the first round of the tournament, which is going to be December the 18th. That's going to be a Thursday. So the tournament runs December 18th, 19th, and 20th. So it's a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this year. And so the Coosa model girls will tip off at 7 o'clock. And then the Coosa model boys are going to play just shortly thereafter around 8:30 at Shorter University. So that's where both of your model teams are going to play next week in terms of the Christmas tournament and the first round. And of course, there are 8 participating schools in the tournament this year, and they're the same teams that were in it last year, but I'll go ahead and let you know who they are if you need a refresher on that. But you've got Armurchie, Calhoun, Coosa, Darlington Model, Pepperell, Rockmart, and then Rome are going to be a part of that tournament this year. So that's going to be, again, just a tremendous amount of fun, and it would not be the Christmas season in Rome and Floyd County without that tournament. I believe it's the longest continually sanctioned basketball tournament high school-wise in the state of Georgia, and again, it's been going on for 72 years. All right, folks, diving back into this matchup to talk to you a little bit about the Heard County Lady Braves. They've got a lot of talent from top to bottom of this roster, and of course they've got a pretty deep roster. That's going to be one of the challenges of facing a team like Heard County tonight. But to talk about a few of their key players, you've got number 1, TT Lewis. She is a junior this year, scored 9 points, had 5 rebounds, 5 steals, a couple of blocks in their victory over Christian Heritage that we talked about in our opening segment of our pregame. Also in that game, Emma Beers, she's a junior. She picked up 8 points, had 11 rebounds, so she's definitely a force on the boards for this Lady Braves basketball team. Emma Lawson was the source of most of their scoring in the victory over Christian Heritage. She picked up 20 points in that game, but also notched 5 rebounds. Also, Asia Kendall, she picked up 22 points, so she actually had 2 more than her teammate Lawson in that game. Picked up 6 steals, so good on the defensive end of the floor as well. And with 9 rebounds, or actually 9 points and 6 rebounds, it was Majesty Ware. So they've got a bunch of players, that can get on the boards, get rebounds for them, and, also score some points. And also they're very aggressive on defense. There's no question about that. Well coached. Their head coach is Rusty Evans. Now for your Model Lady Devils, obviously you've got a pretty young team this year. Graduated 5 seniors from last year. Janiyah Caldwell, Miriam Burns, also August Betts, Sadie Rott, Milan Howard. Players that obviously we got to know a lot over the last few years, had a lot of meaningful minutes for the team. And so, they're in the process of finding their identity without the seniors that were on last year's team. But they've got a crop of really good young players, of course, led by Camry Sanders, a sophomore this year. A huge presence for this model basketball team. Also players like Sasha Wood, Addie Mathis, Samantha Betts, Sakiah Diamond, Jada Wells, Savannah Minshew, Alana Penn, just some players that we've gotten to know over the last few years that are going to be major contributors to this team. I will mention there's a couple of key injuries here to Model early in the season. I was informed that, of course, they've had a couple players that have been out, but Javius Samples, unless I'm badly mistaken, I don't think we're going to see her the rest of the season. She was injured in a scrimmage just a few weeks ago, and I saw her walking around on crutches a little bit earlier. And then another notable absence from this game, I'm not sure when she'll be back with the team, is going to be Eva Pointer. So 2 key contributors to the team, and without a couple of their key players and leaders on the team, obviously they're trying to figure out the best combinations in terms of lineups and who the leaders that are going to step up and fill those roles are going to be. And sometimes that takes a little bit of time, but we'll see what happens, folks. But it's the Model Lady Devils and the Heard County Lady Braves coming up. We're about 5 minutes from tip-off, so we better go ahead and take a deep breath here in just a couple of moments as we get ready for this one, because it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's step out for 2.5 minutes. We'll come back, wrap up our pregame show, get you the starting lineups, and get you ready to go. We're inside Woodard Gymnasium. It's model basketball. The girls start off against Heard County and the Lady Braves coming up in about 4.5 minutes. Let's step out for 2.5 minutes on the pregame show. We'll be back.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
You look exhausted.
Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power backed the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
We're gonna take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds, or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Welcome you back live inside Woodard Gymnasium as we get ready for tip-off here in just a couple of moments. We're about 2 minutes away. We're going to have the national anthem in just a few moments here. We'll give you the starting lineups and we'll get you ready to go here as far as our first game is concerned. And as I mentioned at the beginning of our pregame, we're going to have two games tonight. It'll be the girls up first. Then we'll close out the night with a battle between the Model Blue Devils and the Heard County Braves. So two really good matchups coming up for you as we go along through the rest of the day. While we got a couple of moments here, I'll go ahead and recognize all the crew involved in the production for you tonight. On midcourt cameras, we've got Afton Taylor and Bennett Abernathy. On sideline cams, it's Clay Hardiker. PTZ and scoreboard will be Levi Miller tonight. Replay is Nathan Patterson, the guru of Northwest Georgia Media. Director tonight is Mike Garrett, and I'm Matt Davis with play-by-play courtesy of WLAQ. Ian Griffin, who's normally my color commentator, he's out of town today, but he'll be back with us at some point of the season, probably starting out with the Christmas tournament coming up next week. But that recognizes the crew. And last but not least, certainly want to point out, running the board back at the radio station is Lynn Butler, always with us for these games, and we appreciate you, Lynn. And let's give you, they're going through a few announcements here, and we'll have the national anthem here in just a couple of moments. All right, we'll go ahead and get you the national anthem. I'll see if I can get my mic turned over to that, and we'll feed that to you, and we'll get you the starting lineups and go. Here's the national anthem. this thing tipped off and rolling. We're going to give you the starting lineups here. We're going to start with the visiting Heard County Lady Braves, and again, their head coach is Rusty Evans. And we're going to start with number 3, Emma Beers. She is a junior this year. Number 5, Emma Lawson, also a junior. Number 11, Asia Kendall, one of the leading scorers here on this team. Number 14, Belle Emery, one of the seniors on the team. And then number 23, Majesty Ware. And that rounds out the starting lineup here for the visiting Heard County Lady Braves. As we edge closer to the tip-off of this game here in just a couple of moments. Now they're going to fire up Alan Parsons Project and Sirius as we get ready to introduce the Model Lady Blue Devils. I believe that's the song they're playing. We're going to start with number 1, Camry Sanders, sophomore this year. Also number 3, Addie Mathis, a senior on this team, offering some leadership to the Lady Devils this year. Number 15, Sasha Wood, also one of the seniors on the team. Number 25, Jada Wells, a senior. And rounding out the starting 5 for your Model Lady Blue Devils tonight is going to be number 30, Savannah Minshew, sophomore. So in terms of the starting 5 tonight for the Lady Devils, you've got 2 sophomore, and then you've got 3 seniors in the lineup tonight. So a balance of experience and then also young talent on this basketball team. And as we mentioned earlier in the pregame, if you're just tuning in, no Javia Samples tonight. She is on crutches, and I'm told that, more than likely out for the remainder of the season. And then no Eva Pointer as well, as she is on the injured list and not sure about the status of her being back in the lineup. But the Lady Devils are on the floor, as are the Heard County Lady Braves. If you're listening on the radio, I'll describe the uniforms here. Model is in their white home uniforms with blue letters and numbers and red trim. Classic looking uniforms there. Heard County is in their black uniforms with gray letters and numbers and maroon trim. And we're underway. Heard County wins the tip, and they're going to go right there into the floor, fire up a shot from the free throw line. That's going to bank out, and the rebound's going to go to Model. They're going to bring it up the floor with their first possession of the basketball game just underway inside Woodard Gymnasium. Savannah Minshew with the basketball, dribbles off to the left wing side, picks it up, fires up to the top of the key. That back to the left side. Inside goes Sasha Wood, and she is going to be charged with an offensive foul, much to the chagrin here of the Model faithful in the crowd. So Heard County takes the charge, and a foul is going to be issued to Sasha Wood on offense. And the Lady Braves are going to bring it up the floor. 30 seconds into the game, we're scoreless. Young lady can dribble to the right side, can't catch her number. Hair's on the back of her jersey, so I can't see her number, so apologize for that. We're going to have that situation in a few places on the floor tonight, it looks like. Right now, Heard County with the ball, dribbles off the left wing side, drives towards the baseline, lost the ball for a second, retains possession. Now they work right side. Ball is going to be poked free. Great defense right there by Minshew to poke it loose. It stays with Heard County, and we got a blocking foul, and that is going to be, I believe, against Wood. And if it is, she has racked up 2 very quick fouls. So we're going to see her check out here in just a couple of moments because of the 2 fouls that she's picked up. We haven't even played a minute of this game. And so checking into the game for the first time is going to be Samantha Betts. And she's got the ball in her hands after a Heard County turnover. So Betts to bring it up the floor, dribbles across the timeline, goes right, feeds it off to Addie Mathis. Mathis up towards the top of the key, gives it off to Sanders on the left wing side. We're still scoreless. We played about a minute and 15 seconds of the game. Good screen up top there by Minshew. Back to Betts, puts it up, little floater, misses the shot, but tracks down her own rebound. They fire it back up to Minshew. She dribbles between the circles. Now on to the right wing side. Minshew with the ball up top. They're going to feed it off to Wells. And that's going to be a whistle that's going to go against Heard County this time. So Model's seen 2 fouls. Both of them are on Sasha Wood. And now Heard County picks up a foul. I think they got Kendall on that one. But nonetheless, Betts fires it in, gets it to Sanders and through the hoop. Great inbound play set up by Samantha Betts to Camry Sanders. Now we have our first bucket of the game. Model up 2-0. Heard County with the ball, drives inside, feeds it back up top. Now around the horn to the right wing side. They get it into the hands of Majesty Ware. Now back up top to their guard. That's going to be Kendall. Kendall with the ball, feeds it off to the left wing side to Beers. Ball poked loose. Great defense so far from the Model Lady Devils. Very aggressive. Now there's a long shot from three-point land. Left it short, went out of bounds. That was an air ball. This is coming back to the Model Lady Devils, who are off to a good start here in the first 2 minutes and 9 seconds of this game, up 2-0. And it's all starting on the defensive side of the floor. Samantha Betts with the ball, being chased down the floor by one of the Heard County Lady Braves. Now works her way between the circles. Feeds it left wing side to Minshew. Minshew starts to drive, feeds it back out to Betts. Betts with the ball on the left wing side, searches, finds Wells up top. She's going to lob it underneath, trying to get it to Sanders. It was deflected into the hands of Betts. Now Mathis with it, shuffled her feet in front of the official, and it's coming back to Heard County. 5:28 left to go in the first quarter. 2-0. Model on top. Only bucket of the game was from Camry Sanders. Heard County with the ball, going to drive towards the baseline, puts it off the glass, a little bit too strong, tie up for the ball, and the possession arrow is pointing in Model's direction, so they'll feed the ball in here up 2-0. So Sanders set to trigger it in motion. She's going to find Samantha Betts. Going to be some pressure here from Heard County's defense. Betts is able to work around it with the dribble. Gets it out to the left wing side to Minshew. She starts to drive inside. A heave towards the bucket. Goes off the front of the rim. Tracked down by Wells. Dives for the 50-50 ball. And we're going to have a whistle. Let's see who this is going to go against. Going to go against Heard County, so Samantha Betts is set to feed it in here momentarily. Surveys the floor, trying to find the open player. It's going to be batted out of bounds. Good hands there as Emma Beers deflects it out of bounds on the inbound pass, so Model will try again as it was off on Heard County. So we're just under 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter of the game. Only bucket of the game so far is Model and Sanders. All up 2-0. Ball goes right through the hands of Mathis into the backcourt. And after she touches it, the whistle is blown, and it's coming back to Heard County. So a little bit of a mistake there by the Model Lady Devils on the inbound pass. Went backcourt, and a quick turnover. So Heard County with the ball, have yet to notch points in this basketball game. Going to feed it up top. Dribbles right in front of the free throw line, puts it up, and that's her first bucket. Good looking shot by Emma Beers. And now we're tied at 2 apiece with 4:40 left to go. And that's going to be another whistle. This one's going to go against Heard County. We're going to have a substitution into the game, as checking in for the first time of the night is Zakiah Diamond. She'll check in for Addie Mathis. Samantha Betts surveys the floor in front of the Heard County bench. Finds some Savannah Minshew, now back to Betts. Fires it underneath, trying to get it to Sanders. Tough matchup underneath. Puts it up, and it rattles in, and Model regains the lead. It's 4-2. 4:25 left to go in the first quarter. Here come the Lady Braves. They've got it on the right wing, now back up top. Beers. Beers going to bounce it outside, right from the free throw line. Shot. Karams across the rim and into the hands of Jada Wells. Now the Lady Devils bring it up the floor. Samantha Betts with it, dribbles right wing side, now back up top. Minshew after the feed from Diamond, puts up the three, misses the shot. Rebound taken by Heard County. They go coast to coast. Shot is blocked by Minshew, but the second look is going to go through there for number 15, Lily Cantrell. And now we're tied back up again, 4 apiece. We've had a couple lead changes and a couple of ties. Heard County after the steal. Here they come underneath. Beers off the glass. That spins off the side of the rim. Picked up by Samantha Betts. Now here comes Zakiah Diamond after the feed. Onto the left wing side they go to Sanders. Back up top, Minshew. Wide open three and through. Savannah Minshew with a big bucket, and it's 7-4 in favor of the Model Lady Devils. 3:18 left to go first quarter. Heard County Lady Braves bringing it up the floor across the timeline. Fires it down to the low block. Beers tries to back her way in, kicks it out around the perimeter. Long three, that's an air ball. And I thought for a second there it was going to roll off Jada Wells. And actually, I believe it did. It did. And so Cantrell's ready to feed it in here for the Braves. They're going to feed it up top, get it in the hands of Emma Lawson. Almost went back court. retains possession, fires it right wing side. No look there. Lost the handle on it. Ball loose. Diving after it was Betts, but coming out with it was Heard County. A 3 in the air and through for Emma Lawson. And now we got a tie ball game, 7 apiece. This has been a good first 5 minutes and 15 seconds. Here's Zakiah Diamond. Now on to Mathis on the left wing side, back up top. They get it to Camry Sanders. Sanders directing traffic, gets it to Diamond, fires the 3. Bounces across the rim, no good. Score remains tied at 7. Oh, stolen on the other side. Diamond almost came out with it, then it caromed off a couple of players from Heard County, went out of bounds. So ultimately, it's going to be model ball regardless. But boy, that was some kind of effort after the missed shot for Diamond to get all the way down the floor on the other side and force a turnover. Sanders gets it into Minshew. Minshew backs up around the baseline. Got to be careful there. Is able to get it to Betts. Now down to Diamond. She's very quick. Diamond with it, feeds it up top. Minshew has a hard look at a 3, fires in through. Savannah Minshew has knocked down 2 3 balls, and now it's 10-7. Model retakes the lead. We've already had a few lead changes here in this first 6 minutes. We're down to the final 2 minutes of the first quarter. Heard County with a basketball left wing side. They drive to the low block. Work it around, puts up the shot. It is going to be blocked partially there by Model, and a tie-up is forced. It's going to stay with Heard County, but I got to tell you what, Coach Eccles has got to be extremely pleased with the fire that this Model team has come out with here in this first quarter. Heard County fires it in. Now they've got it between the circles, almost lost the handle on it. They're going to fire the 3-point shot. That one's going to kind of spin off the rim, and Sanders gets the rebound for Model. Model up 10-7, got a chance to build on the lead here. Samantha Betts with it, drives towards the lane, kicks it out. Minshew's got the hot hand, fires in another one. 3 trays for Savannah Minshew. Get her the ball. 13-7. Model with their biggest lead of the game. 1:20 left to go first quarter. This is a great start to this ball game. Going to fire it left wing side. Heard County with the ball in their end. Puts up the little floater. Missed. Samantha Betts gets the rebound. And we'll bring it up the floor here for the Lady Devils. Betts across the timeline. Fires it left wing side. Trying to get it to the hot hand. Little floater for Minshew, and it's in. This one from 2-point land. And it's 15-7. Biggest lead of the game. 55 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Here comes Heard County into the lane. Caroms off the rim. There to get the rebound is Alana Penn, making a contribution here to the team. Now to Sanders. Sanders is going to try to lob it to a cutting pin, and the ball sails out of bounds on her, and it's coming back to Heard County. So 39.9 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Models up 15-7, so they've more than doubled Heard County here almost in the first quarter. Substitution into the ball game here for Heard. Give you a floor check on both teams here in just a couple of moments. We've had a lot of action here in this first quarter. This has been exciting. Fire it up top. Heard County with the ball, and she kind of slid her pivot foot in front of the official there, and this is coming back to Model. So the Lady Devils getting ready to bring it up the floor after an inbound pass. They're going to fire it to Minshew, trying to get her open. She drives in on 2 defenders. Feeds it up top from the free throw line. Sanders, that goes off the back of the iron. There to try to clean it up was Minshew, missed the follow-up shot, and the ball was stolen away by Penn. Here's Diamond, jacks up the 3, that's missed. Addie Mathis tracks down the rebound, 8 seconds on the clock. And another 3 ball, that one's off the back of the rim, won't go. 3 seconds to work with, and a jump ball. It's staying on Models into the floor, so they've got an opportunity here to fire it in and try to get a quick look here before the end of the first quarter. But right now it's 15-7. Model leads it with 2.4 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of the basketball game. Zakiah Diamond surveys the floor. They get it to Minshew, fires the 3, and that was too strong. That is the end of the first quarter. But a successful one for the Model Lady Devils as they lead it into a timeout here. 15-7. We're back in 1 minute for the second quarter.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
We're gonna take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds, or see these lights. May you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
They call it Mow Day, a time of fanfare and pride, and another week with the neighborhood's best yard, because you drafted the MVP of all mowers. A comfortable seat and adjustable controls bring the battle to your turf, not your backside. Ride like the wind on your solid steel stallion and give the fans something to cheer about, because it's your day. It's Mow Day.
All right, we'll welcome you back here as we get ready to start the second quarter. Really good first quarter for the Model Lady Devils. They lead at 15-7 after the short break. And now Heard County's going to open up with the basketball here, trailing by 8 points. Fires up a quick two, misses the shot. Chasing after the ball, we're going to have another jump ball. We've already had several in this game. The Lady Devils are going to come out with the basketball, so they will inbound the ball. Addie Mathis surveys the floor, going to have some pressure here from Heard County, trying to steal a possession, put some pressure on the Lady Devils. Now to Mathis after the pass from Minshew over to Sanders. They are able to pass out of the press. They're going to fire it right wing side, wide open Minshew. Oh, that one goes in and out, just missed. Here's Minshew with another look off the glass, won't go, gets her own rebound. And now picks up her dribble, tries to fire it to a teammate, but the pass is picked off. Coming out with it was Lawson. She dribbles across the timeline, is trapped between three defenders. Ball stolen away by Mathis, gets loose, and ripping it away was Emma Beers. And I think they're going to get a foul on Addie Mathis there. And so the Lady Braves set to inbound the basketball. Surveying the floor is Lily Cantrell. It's going to feed it into the backcourt. They get it to Kendall. Kendall at the top of the key, works around the screen, goes in, has it stripped. Great hands there by Models Jada Wells, but Heard County got it right back. Beers over to Kendall. Kendall fires it right wing side, gets it over to Lawson. Lawson going to dribble, now works towards the paint, feeds it off. They get it out around the perimeter. Here's Kendall with it. Feeds it left wing side, finds an open three, and that one's going to bank out. And trying to track down the rebound was Sasha Wood, and deflected the ball out of bounds. Actually, I think it was out. Yep, it was out on Model. So Heard County set to inbound the ball after a substitution here for Heard. Lady Braves inbound the ball on the left wing side. Kendall with the basketball, now dribbles back around towards the top of the key. Fires it to the right wing, now back up top to Kendall. She'll send it left wing side. There's a three ball in the air. That one's going to carry them off the rim, picked up by Sanders, and the Lady Devils with a 15-7 lead come back the other way. Nobody scored here in the first minute and a half plus of the second quarter of the ball game. Kind of been scored in spurts at times of this game. They get it down low to Wells, backs her way in and off the glass and through. Jada Wells with a strong move underneath and a great feed. Heard County, ball stolen away. Wells just stripped it away there from the Heard County player. Addie Mathis has got the ball now. Very aggressive are the Model Lady Devils in this game. They're trying to defend their home here in Woodard Gymnasium. Now the ball ends back with Heard County. 5:52 remains here in the second quarter. Model with the biggest lead of the game, up by 10, 17-7. Heard County with the basketball between the circles. Kendall's got it. Kendall puts it up, and that one's going to be through. That's her first bucket of the game, and you know how it is in basketball. Sometimes you need to see it go through, and then you get dialed in. Here's Wells underneath, off the glass, and through, but they're going to call a charge against the Lady Devils. And obviously, Jada Wells is very frustrated with the call, as is Coach Eccles, asking for an explanation. Here's a shot on the other end. And that is going to be a whistle and a foul. And still Coach Eccles is just asking for a little bit of explanation there on the charge that was called on Wells. But nonetheless, we're getting ready for Lily Cantrell to inbound the basketball here for Heard County. Model leads at 17-10. They were up by 10 just moments ago. And the Lady Braves set to inbound the basketball as Jada Wells checks out of the game. Very frustrated right now. Had some great minutes here in the game so far. Ball is knocked loose, and they're going to call a whistle against the Lady Devils as she bumped in to the Heard County player as she was going for the ball, and the Boo Birds come out here from the folks in blue. Here's Kendall with the basketball at the top of the key, puts it up, and another whistle. And this time it's going to be against Heard County. So we get ready for the Model Lady Devils to inbound the basketball and bring it up the floor, leading it 17-10 with 5:21 remaining here in the first half of the ball game. And bringing it up the floor is Sasha Wood. She's across the timeline, tries to work around a screen set by Penn. They feed it right wing side. Addie Mathis with it up top to Savannah Minshew. Minshew works towards the low block, puts it up and through. Minshew's got 13 points, 11 of them she made in the first quarter of the ball game. Here comes Heard County on the other end. Off the front of the rim, Addie Mathis is there to track down the rebound. Ball's loose, picked up by Beers. Now tracking it down is Penn. Feeds it to Minshew, one-on-one underneath, batted away. Kendall had it. It deflects off of Sasha Wood, and it's coming back to Heard County. Score update for you. Model up 19-10 in an action-packed first half of basketball here. And Model, I believe, their first home game of the year. Heard County bringing it across the timeline. Kendall's got it. Asia Kendall. They send it left wing side, get it into the hands of Emma Lawson. Lawson up top, going to feed it over to Ware. Ware goes underneath. Nobody picks her up underneath, and she's able to notch her first points a game to notch it back to a 19-12 game. So a 7-point deficit for Heard County. Model on top. Cam Sanders has got it. Feeds it off to Samantha Betts. Betts dribbles around to the right side, leaves it off for Sasha Wood, who's between the circles, tries to work around a screen set by Alana Penn. Now back up top to Camry Sanders, fires the three, ball in through. What a shot from Camry Sanders. And she has got 7 points in the game. Model back up to a 10-point lead, matches their largest lead of the night. Ball is poked out of bounds, last touched by Model, so it stays with Heard County. We're going to have a timeout. We're going to take it with them. 3:58 left to go in the first half. Model up by 10. 22-12 is your score. We're back in 30 seconds.
At Smith & Wood Wealth Management, we're proud to be part of the Rome community, where the same teamwork that wins on the court inspires our approach to financial planning and investment. Just like the Model High School Blue Devils and Lady Devils, success starts with a solid game plan. Like a trusted coach, we provide insight and guidance so you can pursue your financial goals with confidence. The Smith & Wood financial planning process centers on understanding your unique goals and creating strategies that balance enjoyment today with preparations for tomorrow's challenges. We would love to work with you to build a game plan for the season ahead.
To Model Hoops tonight, whether you're watching on the live stream or perhaps you're listening on the radio. We're glad to have you with us. We're just glad to be here. Some round ball for you here on a Tuesday evening. Heard County going to inbound the ball, trailing by 10, 22-12. Model on top. Heard with the ball. They feed it right wing side. Now back up top. They're going to work it around the horn to the left wing. Up top to Kendall. She puts up the three ball. That is off the mark. And we don't have a lot of statistics. Kind of hard as a one-man show in terms of the play-by-play and whatnot to feed you. But the shooting percentage so far tonight for Heard County has not been very good. Now they survey the floor, try to inbound the pass, going to feed it underneath. Now they're in the paint, feed it off to the left wing side, quick shot. That's going to be missed. Rebound taken by Heard County though. May get another look at it here with 15 seconds left to go here on the shot clock. They'll go back up top, reset the offense. Kendall's got it. Asia Kendall dribbles off to the right wing side. Stifling defense here from Model. Camry Sanders is going to pick up the rebound for the Lady Devils after the missed shot there from Heard County. Wood with it. Drives across the timeline. Drives right into the paint. Goes up. Gets blocked. But there was also some contact. So Sasha Wood has earned herself a trip to the charity stripe here, with 3 minutes and 16 seconds left to go in the second quarter of the ball game, with already a 10-point lead for the Model Lady Devils. And now, if they make one or two of these free throws, biggest lead of the night for the Lady Devils. Biggest lead of the night for the Lady Devils as Sasha Wood sinks the first free throw of the pair. So it's 23-12, an 11-point lead for Model. One more coming up here from Sasha Wood. Fires it, and that one's going to go too strong off the back of the iron. And Heard County gets the rebound, goes back the other way with it. They send it out to the right wing side, deep in the corner, driving a three ball into the air, misses the shot. Camry Sanders has got the ball for Model. They come back the other way, leading at 23-12. Now off to the right wing side goes Sanders. Now around to Sasha Wood, lobbing it underneath to Penn, puts it up, and she gets fouled. So we're going to see another trip to the charity stripe here for the Model Lady Devils. And these will be the third and fourth free throws of the night, period. There have been no free throw shots for Heard County and only 4 after these 2 for the Model Lady Devils. The first one from Penn is on the way, and that one's off the side of the rim. She'll reset, get ready for the next one. 2:53 left to go in the second quarter. Model's up 23-11. So it's their biggest lead of the night so far. Impressive start to the game in first half here for the Lady Devils. Second shot on the way from Penn, and that one's off the back of the rim. A little closer that time, but still off the mark. Rebound goes to Heard County. They want to work fast. Underneath, stolen away. Penn got her hands in there and deflected the pass and picked it off. Here comes Sasha Wood with the basketball, dribbles around the defender at the top of the key, and they're going to fire it right wing side to Betts, to a cutting Sanders underneath, and she traveled. She was trying to get to collect the ball and get to the rim and kind of shuffled her feet in the process in front of the official and turned it over. So Heard County's going to bring it up the floor here, trailing by 11 points. Across the timeline is Asia Kendall. Kendall dribbles across the M at mid-floor, sends it right wing side, gets it over to Lawson. Now around the horn to the left wing side, driving baseline, go the Heard County Lady Braves. Shot is up, rattles off the rim. Penn fighting hard to get the rebound. And we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrows pointing in Heard County's direction this time, but what a great effort by Alana Penn getting after that ball. And so Emma Beers is going to inbound the ball for Heard County underneath their own basket. Goes left wing side, shot the three, missed the rim, hit the net. And the ball ends up in the hands of Model. Here's Sasha Wood with it on the right wing side. Has her pocket pick, ball loose on the floor. Diving in to help her out was Alana Penn. And the ball is going to stay with the Lady Devils. What excellent teamwork we have seen from the Lady Devils in this contest so far. Up 23-12. Here's a shot off the inbound pass. Sanders misses the shot, collects her own rebound, gets a second chance. That one goes off the side of the rim after it went off the backboard. Heard County gets the rebound after 2 missed shots there by the Lady Devils. 1:45 left to go in the first half. Kendall with the basketball trying to work around Minshew. Minshew with the block, but also some contact. And going to the free throw line for the first free throw shots of the game for Heard County is going to be Asia Kendall, who has notched 3 points here in the second quarter. Model leads at 23-12. And again, these are the first free throws here of the half for Heard County, and both teams have been very aggressive in this game. So shot on the way, and that one is through. Knocks down her first free throw. That cuts it back to a 10-point game. Checking into the game for Sasha Wood is going to be Zakia Diamond. And we get ready for the second free throw here from Asia Kendall. Kendall with one more shot on the way. That one is going to rattle off the back of the rim, but the rebound goes to Heard County, so they may be able to turn this possession and trip to the other side into more points here yet. They'll send it left wing side back up to Kendall. Kendall with the ball, feeds it back out, gets it to Lawson. Lawson trying to work around Betts. Leaves it off for a teammate who starts to drive, feeds it left wing side. Now they get it to Beers. Beers going to leave it off for a teammate. That's Majesty Ware up top to Lawson. Lawson going to work on Betts. Sends it right wing side. Ware fires the three and knocks it through. She's got 5 points in this game, and that cuts it back to a 7-point game in favor of Model. Here's Minshew with on the left wing side. Model needs a bucket here. Minshew with the ball. They had led by as many as 11 points here in this game. The lead has slipped to 7. Don't want it to slip anymore. 54 seconds on the clock. Betts goes in. Ball's loose. Kept in bounds. Nope. Stepped on the baseline as she was trying to save it. And so that's out of bounds on Model. 49.3 seconds left to go until we get to halftime. Model on top, 16 rather is your score. Bring it up the floor is Emma Lawson. Lawson across the M and across the timeline. Being guarded by Samantha Betts, feeds it to the left wing side. Now they work it up towards the top of the key. Majesty Ware with the ball, feeds it left wing side, firing the three. That one's off the side of the rim. I think it caught a little bit of the iron, maybe not. Betts has got it, bounces over to Penn, now fires it right wing side. Quick shot by Minshew, and that won't go. 20 seconds on the clock. Shot clock obviously off. Heard County's got the ball. They'll bring it up the floor. Emma also with it as Heard County tries to close out with something positive here in this first half. Model trying to get a stop. 6 seconds, drives in, puts it up, hangs on the rim for a moment, doesn't go. Second look for Ware, it won't go. Sanders has got it, but won't have time to get it close enough to take a shot. So that is the end of the first half. Your first half score, Model 23, Heard County 16. Let's take a 3-minute break. A 3-minute break down the line. We'll come back with a halftime show. We'll be right back.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors are tough thanks to more built-in weight, so they can safely pull flex-wing mowers and rescue neighbors stuck in the mud. And you're tough too. You haul feed and pull a float in your hometown parade.
Let's pray.
And still make it to supper. Now that's tough. Sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
back inside Woodard Gymnasium, where it was a really, really solid first half and great effort from Sally Eccles' Model Lady Devils there in the first half. They currently lead it at halftime 23-16, led it by as many as 11 points there in the first half as Heard County continues to battle back in this game, try to keep it a ball game, and we're able to do that, kept it within reaching distance there, but we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be a super exciting second half to this ball game. Two really good basketball teams playing aggressive and locking horns there in the first half, and I think we're going to see a great effort from both teams without a doubt coming up in the second half. Just to recap the first and second quarters there and kind of go over some scoring for you. Model would outscore Heard County 15-7 in the first quarter, but then Heard County would outscore Model 9-8 in the second quarter of the ball game to add up to Model's 23 points, or Heard County 16. In terms of individual efforts as far as scoring is concerned, we'll start with the Heard County Lady Braves, who are currently trailing in the ball game, but they had 5 players that got in the scoring there in the first half, picking up 2 points from Emma Beers, also 3 points from Emma Lawson, 4 for Asia Kendall, 2 points for Lily Cantrell, and the leading scorer with all of her 5 points in the second quarter was Majesty Ware, who had a 3-point shot that she made and also another field goal there in that second quarter of the ball game. And again, the bulk of their scoring happened in that second quarter. Meanwhile, for your Model Lady Devils, they would pick up 1 point from Sasha Wood from the free throw line in the second quarter, 2 from Jada Wells. That was in the second quarter as well. 3 points in the second quarter for Camry Sanders, and she had 4 in the first quarter, so a total of 7 points for Sanders. But the leading scorer there in the first half overall was Savannah Minshew. And let me tell you, she came out red hot in the first quarter, knocked down 3 threes in a row, notched 11 points in the first quarter, had 2 added to her total in the second quarter, and so she knocked down a total of 13 points, so more than half the points from Model were produced by Savannah Minshew. And as much as we talk about the offense that they were able to put up there in the first half, the tone was without a doubt set on the defensive side of the floor. Sally Eccles' team was very aggressive on defense and really caused some issues here for this Heard County Lady Braves team early in the contest. As we went along throughout the contest, they were able to kind of settle in, make some shots, and got within 7. But again, Model had amassed an 11-point lead at one point during the first half of the basketball game. So going to be interesting to see what kind of adjustments the teams make throughout and what this second half looks like. It's anybody's ball game at this point, only being a 7-point ball game. But hey, if we see the same kind of effort from the Lady Devils and some of the players that were able to notch some points, remain hot throughout this contest, I certainly like the Lady Devils' chances here in the second half of the ball game. But we got a long way to go, and we need to take our breath one more time in a break. So we're going to do that, catch our breath rather, and take a break. So we'll do that. Let's step out for 2.5 minutes. We're back for the second half between your Model Lady Devils and the Heard County Lady Braves when we come back 2.5 minutes.
At Smith & Wood Wealth Management, we're proud to be part of the Rome community, where the same teamwork that wins on the court inspires our approach to financial planning and investment. Just like the Model High School Blue Devils and Lady Devils, success starts with a solid game plan. Like a trusted coach, we provide insight and guidance so you can pursue your financial goals with confidence. The Smith & Wood financial planning process centers on understanding your unique goals and creating strategies that balance enjoyment today with preparations for tomorrow's challenges. We would love to work with you to build a game plan for the season ahead. At Northwest Georgia Media, we're all about capturing the moments that matter to you. From sports to arts, from concerts to business events, we're equipped to share what's happening in your world, live and in high definition. We leverage cutting-edge technology and a knowledgeable crew to see that your most unforgettable events remain just that, unforgettable. Northwest Georgia Media, where the world is your audience. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Go time here as we get ready to start our second half of play. Model up 23-16. We're underway as Heard County inbounds the ball. And they will take possession here as we start the second half. We're into the third quarter here. Heard County with the ball at the top of the key. Kendall's going to fire the three ball. That one's off the mark, goes out of bounds. And the Lady Devils will get their first possession of the second half, trying to build upon a 7-point, 23-16 lead. Sanders bounces it into Wood. Some pressure here from Heard County. Model having a little trouble. Is able to pass out of it to Addie Mathis from Sasha Wood. Mathis with it, fires it to the right wing side. Minshew, that goes off the front of the rim. Going to give it over to Mathis. Another look on the way, and that one is through. So Mathis is able to notch the first bucket of the second half in favor of Model. They're back up to a 9-point lead, 25-16. Largest lead of the game has been Model at 11 points. So they're 2 points away from that right now. There's a long shot on the other side, off the mark. Rebound picked up by Heard County, though, so they will reset the offense. Send it left wing side. Majesty Ware fires the three. That one is going to roll across the rim, back up top. Collins fires another one off the mark. Again, the shooting has been tough here for Heard County in this game. Into Sanders, nice feed from outside, goes in, gets fouled on her way up. Didn't make the bucket, but earned a trip to the charity stripe. And so we'll see Sanders from the free throw line here for the first time of this basketball game. Sanders from the charity stripe here with Model leading at 25-16. A 9-point lead here with 6:54 left to go in the third quarter. First shot on the way is through. She'll get ready for another one. And if she can make this shot, Model will match their largest lead of the game at 11. Right now up by 10. Second shot on the way. That one's left short. Goes off the front of the rim, but tracking down the rebound was Wells. Tries to fling it across to Sanders. Got away from her, though, and sailed out of bounds on the Model bench. So it's coming back to Heard County with 6:50 left to go in the third quarter. Bringing it up the floor is going to be their guard, Asia Kendall. Kendall back over to Emma Lawson. Back to Kendall. Kendall on the far side. Heard County works it right to left. They go underneath. And that is going to be a traveling call. Shuffle of the feet in front of the official in the lane. And now the Lady Devils are going to feed it back in. Sanders surveys the floor. Is going to find Mathis. Try to get her trapped. Ball is going to be passed, deflected, and picked up by Kendall. That's a turnover for the Lady Devils. Had a little trouble with the press that time. 6:25 left to go in the third quarter. And Heard County with the ball. They will work it around the perimeter. Now fire it back to the near side. Left wing side they go. Breaking towards the basket. And off the glass, won't go. Was Heard County, picked up by Addie Mathis, and the Lady Devils will bring it across the timeline. Mathis with the basketball. Trying to leave it for a teammate. Got a little loose with the ball. Almost ended up back to Heard County, but Sanders fires the three. Rattles off the rim. Leaping up to try to get the rebound was Mathis. Finally coming away with it is Sasha Wood. And now Sanders with the basketball. 20 seconds on the shot clock for the Lady Devils, and it looks like we've got a whistle away from the ball. And evidently it was on Model, so it's coming back to Heard County. I didn't see exactly what happened, but I think it was on Wells. Interesting. And so Heard County will inbound the ball. Kendall's going to bring it up the floor. She works her way across the midcourt stripe. Now back towards the near side. They get it over to Lawson. Now back over to Kendall. She's being guarded by Addie Mathis. Turns around, gives it to Majesty Ware, who tries to split two defenders, and that's going to be a jump ball. It looked like the official was going to signal a traveling call, and then I think he threw up the jump ball. But regardless, Model's going to have the basketball. That was interesting. Camry Sanders surveys the floor. Is going to find Mathis. I think it was a traveling call. Here comes Minshew with the ball underneath, puts it up, and that's going to be a blocking foul underneath against Heard County. So we're going to see Minshew shoot free throws for the first time of this game, and she's already got 13 points. Looking to add to hers and team totals here from the stripe. Right now, Model's up 26-16 here in this girls game. And if Minshew makes this first free throw, that one rattles off the rim. I was going to say that it would match their largest lead of the game, but she's to get one more shot to do that. And so the sophomore Savannah Minshew at the free throw line puts up another free throw shot. That one's going to be left a little bit short. She's been making the threes tonight, so maybe that's a little bit too close. Here comes Kendall, puts up the shot, and that one rattles in. Good take there by Kendall. Lady Devils with the basketball now, trying to work it up the floor around the pressure. They get it to Minshew. Minshew takes a few steps back, kicks it out to Sanders, who fires the three, and that one's going to go across the rim, trying to keep it in bounds for the Lady Devils, and it goes out of bounds. So the ball's going to come back to the Heard County Lady Braves, who trail right now 26-18. They cut into that Model 10-point lead with Kendall making the shot on the last possession. She's got the ball now. They feed it inside, gets it into Ware, turns, shoots, scores. Majesty Ware with now 7 points, and that cuts it back to an Sasha Wood with the ball. Mathis as they work around the pressure. Mathis goes in, little runner. That one's too strong. Rebound picked up by Ware. It's 26-20, 6-point ball game. Closest it's been in a long time. Right now with the ball is Kendall. 4:24 left to go in the third quarter. Going to feed it across, gets it over to Lawson. Lawson feeds it to the right wing side, driving baseline. And that's going to be a blocking foul that's going to go against Jada Wells. And she will more than likely, I think, check out here in a moment, because I think I've got her with 3 fouls. So we're going to see Alana Penn check in right now as we speak. So Wells with 3 fouls, checks out of the game. Alana Penn is in with 4:17 left to go. So on the floor right now for the Lady Devils, you got Addie Mathis, Alana Penn, also Camry Sanders, Sasha Wood, and Savannah Minshew. Quick look there for Kendall of Heard County, misses the shot. Wood's got the ball after the rebound was taken by Penn. Here comes Wood across the timeline, dribbling with the basketball, feeds it across to Addie Mathis, surveys the floor, trying to find the open player. Going to find Minshew at the top of the key. Minshew starts to drive, now backs up, out around the perimeter, looks off to the left wing side, finds Camry Sanders. Sanders with the basketball, starts to drive, backs her way in, now will back up. In between the circles she goes, going to leave it off for Sasha Wood at the top of the key. 5 seconds on the shot clock, got to make a move. And a whistle and a foul is going to be charged against Heard County. And so we'll get ready for Mathis to inbound the ball. Fresh 25 seconds on the shot clock for the Lady Devils as they get ready to inbound the ball. They get it in, trying to get it to Minshew, a battle for it over on the sidelines. And I believe it was last touched out of bounds by Heard County, so it should be model ball here. And we get ready for Addie Mathis to feed it in here for the Lady Devils, who lead it 26-20. Led at 1 point during the first half by 11 points. Right now it's cut to 6. Heard County hanging in there. Here's Addie Mathis with the basketball, tries to split defenders. Ball gets loose, and it's knocked out of bounds by Heard County, so it stays with the Lady Devils with 15 seconds remaining on the shot clock with 3:29 left to go in the third quarter. Minshew surveys the floor, bounces it into Sanders. Nice crisp pass up top to Sasha Wood, to Mathis, to Minshew, fires the three. She's cooled off a little bit. Now back over to Mathis. They'll reset the offense here with 20 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Here's Wood, drives down low, turns, kicks it out. There's Minshew with the three. That one bounces hard off the rim. Here's Wood underneath, a little bit too far underneath the basket to get a good look there. And we're going to have a whistle and a jump ball as Both teams battling for the ball there. So Heard County set to feed it in, trailing by 6 points. 3:04 left to go in the third quarter. Sasha Wood checks out. Checking back in is going to be Samantha Betts. And now we'll see Asia Kendall bringing it up the floor here for Heard County. She's across the timeline just under the 3-minute mark in the third quarter. Ball goes out of bounds. That one's out on Heard County, so it's coming back to the Lady Devils. And we've seen Heard County press this entire game. Model's able to pass out of it. They get it to Minshew, drives in, puts it up off the bottom of the rim. And the whistle's going to be blown by the official. I think we're going to see more free throws here for the Lady Devils. As going to line is going to be Alana Penn. She's been there once before in this game. And the free throw shooting has been kind of tough here for the Lady Devils in this basketball game. They've shot a good many more free throws than Heard County, but they have not made very many of them. Missing that one, and they'll get ready for the second. I'll give you the number in a minute, but right now Model leads at 26-20. And Alana Penn with another one from the free throw line, trying to get it dialed in here. Second shot on the way, and that one is in. So the score moves back to a 7-point ball game, 27-20. Across the timeline goes Lawson here for Heard County. Fires a quick three, misses. Majesty Ware leaps in, grabs the rebound, and quickly a jump ball is forced, and the possession arrow stays with Heard County. So they will inbound underneath their own basket, trailing by 7 here momentarily. Lily Cantrell feeds it in. There's a shot from just near the paint. Missed shot. Camry Sanders is there to get the board here for Model. Drives towards the right wing side, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul here on the sidelines. And that's going to go against Heard County. So Addie Mathis will survey the floor and inbound the ball here for the Lady Devils in just a couple of moments. They make a substitution first, though. Checking back into the game is Emma Beers for number 14, Belle Emery. And we're going to see free throw shots here from Camry Sanders. Sanders is shooting 50% from the free throw line. I'm not a mathematician. She's been there with one trip and shot 2 free throws, made one of the 2. Even I can do that math. Shots on the way. That one's off the front of the rim. We'll get ready for a second. I would imagine one of the things that the Lady Devils are going to be working on in practice the rest of the week is free throw shooting, because it has been tough here in this basketball game. Second shot coming up from Sanders. Not picking on him, it's just a fact. That one's going to rattle in though. So she remains 50% from the line. 28-20, Model leads it by 8. Across the timeline goes Heard County. They feed it left wing side. Kendall. Now they work it to the right wing side. Beers is going to drive baseline, working on Penn. They'll pass it back up top. Nothing there. Good defense, keeping them out of the lane for the Lady Devils. Majesty Ware's got the ball, puts it up, misses the shot. I think that might have been partially blocked. Addie Mathis with the basketball. She's got Majesty Ware all in her face. Pokes the ball free. It goes out of bounds. Good hands there by Majesty Ware. Credit where credit's due. She has been very aggressive on the defensive side of the floor. Also aggressive attacking inside here for this Heard County team throughout the contest. Addie Mathis going to send it to the backcourt, gets it over to Samantha Betts. Betts sends the signals, gives it over to Minshew, lobs it down, trying to get it to Sanders, but the pass is picked off, and now Heard County's going to work it the other way, trailing by 8. We got 1:49 left to go in the third quarter, almost down to the final frame of this one. Fires the three-point shot, rattles across the rim and out. Rebound goes to Heard County. They fire it back out top of the key. With it is Kendall. Kendall sends it to left wing side to Lawson. She starts to drive, sends it right wing side. There's Beers for a quick 2, misses the shot. Camry Sanders has got the ball, feeds it off to Samantha Betts, who's going to bring it up the floor. Now back to Sanders as they cross the timeline. Now back to Betts. She's between the circles. Now around to the left wing side, gets it to Mathis up top. There's Minshew, long 3, rattles out. And it's going to go out of bounds on Model. It's coming back to Heard County. Almost down to the final minute here of the third quarter of play between your Model Lady Devils and the Heard County Lady Braves, and Model leads at 28-20. 1:08, now 1:06 left to go in the third quarter. Lawson with it, feeds it over to Kendall. Kendall stands on the M at midcourt. They get it into Ware. She tries to go to work on the inside, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's coming back to the Lady Devils. So the Lady Devils to feed it in. Addie Mathis with the ball, surveys the floor, is going to find Diamond, who's in off the bench, trying to work out of this press. They get it to Samantha Betts. Across the timeline they go, bounces it across to Minshew off the glass. Good feed, couldn't get the finish. And the ball's back in the hands of Heard County. Here comes Lawson into the paint, loses the handle. It goes out of bounds, but it's staying on this end of the floor. Actually, that's going to be a foul against the Lady Devils. I think they got Betts with that one. And so Heard County will feed it in. We're going to see a substitution here for the Lady Devils. Let me see who this is. This is going to be Emily Gentry checking into the game for the first time. Model with the ball on the left wing side on the opposite end of the floor. It goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Model, so we'll see Heard County inbound the ball in just a moment. So the inbound pass is going to go to Asia Kendall. Kendall at the top of the key, feeds it right wing side. There's the shot from Lawson, misses the three ball. Mathis tracks it down across the timeline. She goes, going to have to bail it out, gets it to Penn, gives it to Betts. Betts outside, now back to Betts. They feed it into Alana Penn. Nothing there for her, so she feeds it back out. Now they got it to Addie Mathis. Now back over to Gentry, and it's going to be a 3-second violation against the Lady Devils. And so we'll see the Heard County Lady Braves inbound the ball and bring it up the floor. It's been an 8-point ball game for quite a while now. 28-20 the score in favor of Model. 9 seconds on the clock. Quick work here from Heard County. Puts up the shot, misses. Rebound goes to Betts. 4 seconds. Clock awareness here. Got to put it up. Shot on the way just before the buzzer, and that is missed. That's the end of the third quarter, and the Lady Devils will take a 28-20 lead into the final 8 minutes of this contest, try to hang on and get a region win. We'll send it to the studio for a 1-minute timeout. We're back for the final quarter after a 1-minute break.
You look exhausted.
Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power vac the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
We're gonna take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds, or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Back to live coverage of Model basketball here with Northwest Georgia Media and WLAQ partnered up again for these broadcasts this season. And having a good time here. Model's up 28-20. They'll start with an 8-point lead as we enter the final 8 minutes of the contest, trying to get their first region win here of the season against a really good basketball team. Been a great effort by both teams tonight. Lady Devils have played an excellent game. Shot is up, rattles off the rim, picked up by Camry Sanders, and so Model will get their first possession here of the final quarter of the ball game. Almost a foul there on Heard County. Sasha Wood has got the ball for Model, gives it to Minshew on the right wing side. Now to Sanders at the top of the key, gets it over to Wood, who starts to drive towards the baseline, backs up, gives it off to Mathis. Right now Mathis with the ball back to Wood. Wood with it on the left wing side, tries to send it inside to Sanders. Getting her hands in there, deflecting the ball and picking it off was Beers. Now Heard County goes back the other way. It is 2-on-1 in favor of Heard County. Nice pass right there by Kendall, who was able to feed it to Belle Emery, who knocked down the shot. That was great teamwork there. 28-22, pressure coming here from Heard County as they've done the whole game. Here's Addie Mathis across the timeline. Dribble in front of the model bench, fires it across to Savannah Minshew, who's got the basketball, dribbles off towards the low block on the right side and gets fouled. And she is down, and she twisted mighty funny when she went to the floor. So we'll see how this is going to go, but I'll be honest with you, she looks to be in a bit of pain right now as Coach Sally Eccles comes out on the floor, and we'll have a look at her. And she definitely appears to be in some pain. So right now, Savannah Minshew, who's the leading scorer in the contest with 13 points, went down a bit funny there as she was going down to the floor. And right now, being looked at there by Coach Eccles, and the trainer is out here on the floor right now. And of course, the gym got quite quiet as the young player, again, appears to be in a good bit of pain. And the injury bug has hit Model here in the early part of the season. In a scrimmage game, Javia Samples went down with an injury, is on crutches, and I'm told will likely miss the season. Then also you're without the services of Eva Pointer tonight. Not sure on the timeline of her return, battling some injury and whatnot. And now you have a situation here late in this contest with Model up by 6 points. 6:40 left to go, and the leading scorer in the basketball game kind of went down funny on, I think it's that right knee that they're working on right now. So we'll have a bit of a stoppage of play here as they tend to the young injured player here for this Model Lady Devils team. I do want to mention to you that we've got more basketball coming up tonight after this one. It's going to be the boys game. The Model Blue Devils at 2-0 on the season are going to take on the 0-1 Heard County Braves. Now, one of the things, and I don't know all the details on it, but obviously the Heard County football team made quite a run in the state championship bracket this year, making it to the semifinals. So they were probably without the services of a few of their athletes there as far as practicing their only game so far for a while. So that may have some to do with the fact that they haven't played many games yet. But right now, Savannah Minshew having to be helped off the field and is not putting any weight on her right leg. So obviously there's no way to speculate right now the nature of the injury and the severity and whatnot. So obviously we're not going to do that. But the only thing we can say about that is we certainly wish that young lady the best and hope that it is not a serious injury and that the Lady Devils are going to get her back quickly. So anyway, we're going to see free throw shot right now here from the Lady Devils. And at the free throw line is going to be Samantha Betts. This will be an opportunity for her first points of the game. We have not seen her at the charity stripe tonight. Model leads it by 6 points, have led it by as many as 11 points. That was in the second quarter of the ball game when they had their largest lead. Shot on the way, that one's going to rattle off the rim. And again, the free throw shooting has been a trouble spot here for the Lady Devils here in this basketball game. Another free throw coming up from Betts, and that one's going to rattle in. So she makes the second of the pair, and that brings it back to a 7-point lead with 6:38 left to go. Shot on the way off the side of the rim as Sanders tries to track down the rebound. Ware came out with it. That's going to be a foul that's going to go against Sanders here on the floor. And so Heard County will feed it in. Neither team even close, anywhere near close to the bonus right now here in this quarter, as we pretty much just started the quarter a minute and a half ago. Kendall with the basketball, spins inside, puts it up. That one rattles off the rim. It's going to ricochet off a bet, so it should be staying with Heard County here, and does, as we get ready for the Lady Braves to inbound the basketball, trailing by 7. They survey the floor, trying to find the open player. They bounce it in. Hitting the deck is another Lady Devil, and hitting hard. That was Addie Mathis, but she bounces up pretty quickly and shakes that off as we get ready for Heard County to inbound the basketball. Beers is going to fire it in. They get it into Majesty Ware. She'll back her way in on 2 defenders. Ball is stripped. Coming out with it is Wood. Hits the deck and travels. So it's coming right back to Heard County as we get ready for Emma Beers to feed it in. Fakes the pass to her right side. Now gets it up top. Gets it to Kendall, who drives into lane. Splits defenders. Puts it up. I reckon a little bit of contact there is going to send Kendall to the free throw line. So 2 shots coming up for Kendall. And she's been to the stripe one other time tonight, is shooting 50%. So she's 1 of 2. First shot on the way from her. That one's going to rattle out. Get ready for the second free throw shot here of the pair. This will be the first 2 free throws here of the fourth quarter. Actually, of the entire second half here for Heard County. Second shot rattles out. Sanders gets a much-needed board here for the Lady Devils. Pass from Betts over to Wood. Dribbles across the timeline into the paint. Leaves it for Wells. Now back to Sanders. On to Betts. Fires the 3 and in. Big-time bucket from Samantha Betts. She's got 4 points in the fourth quarter. Models back to a 10-point lead. 5:49 in the ball game. They really needed that spark off the bench right there, provided by Samantha Betts. Driving inside at the baseline. Heard County misses the shot, but they are going to the free throw line yet again. So free throws coming up here for Belle Emery, and Emery has not been to the free throw line here in this ball game so far. So this is the first trip to the charity stripe for her. Dribbles a couple of times, gets ready for the first shot. It is up, and it is going to rattle off the rim, will not go in. Substitution into the game. Sasha Wood checks out. Diamond checks in. So on the floor, you've got Sanders, Diamond, Betts, Wells, and Mathis for Model. We'll give you a floor check for Heard County in a second, but the second free throw is going to be missed, and Sanders gets the rebound. Collins, also Emery on the floor here for Heard County. You got Lawson, Majesty Ware, and Beer. Takes a little bit longer for me to get the Heard County names out. Don't see them quite as much as Model. But Addie Mathis with the ball in front of the Model bench. Now dribbles. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Over to Betts, who just hit a clutch 3 on the last possession. Passes it underneath the Wells and makes the shot. So give the assist to Betts. And the finish there for Wells. 34-22. Biggest lead of the night for Model is 12. 5 minutes to go. Quick trip on the other side there by Heard County, and a foul's going to be called against Majesty Ware as Model was trying to work the ball down the other side. A little bit too much contact in front of the official, and we are going to have a timeout called by Heard County, so let's take it with them. Model with their biggest lead of the game, up 34-22 as we're just under 5 minutes to play in this exciting game. We're back for more in 30 seconds.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
We're gonna take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Model basketball night for you, courtesy of WLAQ, Northwest Georgia Media, and Sportsy South Network. Sportsy South, I thought I said that right. But glad to have the audience with us tonight, having a good time. This has been a great game and just a fantastic effort here from your Model Lady Devils, up 34-22. Biggest lead of the game here with just under 5 minutes to go in the contest, and Model with the basketball. Addie Mathis going to try to get it into Betts. And she traveled, trying to get possession of the ball, and just kind of shuffled her feet in her effort to try to get a hold on the basketball. An official right on top of it, going to call that every time. And so we'll get ready for Heard County to inbound the basketball, trailing by 12 in the waning minutes of the ball game. So Beers is going to feed it in, gets it right wing side to Kendall. She drives in, tries to scoop it in, misses the shot, but she does draw contact. So we're going to see Kendall go into the free throw line where she's been cold here, shooting 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. And she'll have 2 shots here late in the ball game. A lot of basketball on the horizon for us, especially coming up next week. That one's going to rattle off the rim and out. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Delivery of a water there from Mr. Pointer. Another shot coming up here from Kendall. And that was going to run off the rim. Yeah, I believe it's the 72nd annual Christmas tournament. Starts next week on Thursday and runs through Saturday. So a lot of games coming up next week. Ball going to be knocked out of bounds. It's staying with Heard County. Score remains 34-22 in favor of the Model Lady Devils. Both model teams are going to be playing on Thursday evening at Shorter University. The tournament this year is split between Shorter and also Georgia Highlands. Winner's bracket shifts over to Shorter the last couple of days. That's going to rim in. Making the bucket there was Beers. It's her second basket of the game. I believe that was Beers. Wells is going to feed it right wing side to Diamond. It's a 10-point ball game in favor of the Lady Devils. Definitely don't want to let off the gas here. Going to be more deliberate with each possession. Shot off the glass. It won't fall, but she does draw contact. So we're going to see Addie Mathis go into the free throw line. But as far as not letting off the gas, just don't want to lose your drive and focus here at this point of the game. Even though they do have a 10-point lead, it is still not out of the woods yet. She makes the first free throw and brings it back to an 11-point lead. Still a lot of time left to play. Addie Mathis with another free throw on the way, and that one is going to be through as well. She makes 2 in a row. That's the first time that Model has done that from the stripe here this evening. 4:13 left to go in the ball game. Model back to a 12-point lead, matching their biggest lead of the game. Missed shot on the other end by Heard County. Sanders got the rebound, but the ball's taken back by Majesty Ware. She drives in, puts it up, misses the shot. You know, one of the things I just realized that we have not seen in this game, as she missed the shot, we haven't seen an and one opportunity a single time in the ball game. Majesty Ware with a couple of free throws coming up as we've officially got 4 minutes left to go here in the first contest. Boys game will follow shortly after this one, and that should be a really fun matchup. Going to have a couple of substitutions here in a couple of moments here for Model. Shot is up, and that one's through for Majesty Ware, as Model will have Alana Penn and Sasha Wood check in for Camry Sanders and Zakia Diamond. So on the floor for Model, you've got Wells, Penn, Betts, Wood, and Mathis. Heard County with one more free throw. Ware at the line puts it up, and that one's through. Good looking free throw shots. Her first 2 of the game are good, and that brings it back to a 10-point game, and we've got a timeout. So we're going to take it as well. 4 minutes to go. Model up by 10, 36-26 when we come back in 30 seconds.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214.
Well, as the game has gone on, the free throw shooting has gotten better here for the Model Lady Devils. In the second quarter of the ball game, they were 1 of 4 from the stripe. In the third quarter, 3 of 8. But here in the fourth quarter, Addie Mathis and Samantha Betts have combined for 3 and 4 from the charity stripe in the ball game. Model leads at 36-26, and they will get ready to go here in the final 4 minutes of the ball game. Try to close out here with a win, and if they do win the ball game, and we still got a long way to go here, it'd be the first region win of the season after dropping one to Bremen this past Friday. That was a tough game, but Model trying to bounce back. Addie Mathis with the ball in the right wing. Ball is knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Model Lady Devils. And so Addie Mathis surveys the floor, trying to find the open player. Is going to send it to the left side over here to Sasha Wood. Wood dribbles up top with it. Working her way to the left wing side is going to be Betts. Wood with the basketball, though, gives it off to Addie Mathis. Mathis dribbles off the left side, now cuts back right, gives it off to Sasha Wood. Now back on to Betts, who's between the circles, on to Addie Mathis. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Wood's got the ball, got to shoot. Wood with the basketball, she'll dribble. 3 seconds, drives, and fails to get it to the rim. Heard County came out with it. Here's Ware all alone, puts it up after a nice feed. I didn't catch who sent it down to her. It happened pretty quickly. And that's going to cut it back to a 36-28 game, and then Model turns it over. So Heard County's going to have the ball and a little bit of surge here late in the ball game. We told you it wasn't over yet. Majesty Ware's got it, turns, fires, misses the shot, and a good free throw shooter is heading to the line with a couple of shots. And if she can make them both, going to cut it to a 2-score game. Here with 3:12, plenty of time left to go in the ball game. 36-28 is your score. Heard County trailing here on the road to your Model Lady Devils. Majesty Ware at the free throw line, puts up the shot. That one rattles off the front of the rim. That's her first miss from the stripe here in the game out of 3 tries. Ware gets ready for her second free throw attempt. This will be her 4th of the game. Second shot is through. So she's 3 of 4, shooting 75% from the stripe. That cuts it back to a 7-point game. We've seen her get within 6. Shot up from Penn, that's going to be missed. Quick trip there for Model Lady Devils. And that is out of bounds on Heard County. Lost her balance over on the baseline and kind of fell out of bounds. Right now, Savannah Minshew is back out on the bench with her right knee wrapped pretty well there. And they'll put it up on a chair. Sasha Wood's got it, sends it left wing side to Betts. Model could use a bucket here. Here's a shot from Wood. That one's off the back of the rim. It won't go. Rebound's going to be taken by Ware. Ball loose. Nearly picked up by Betts. Kendall going to bring it up the floor. 7-point ball game. Across the timeline is Kendall. Tries to split defenders and goes in, gets fouled. And that's going to be, I believe, against Betts. And so more free throws are coming here for Asia Kendall. She's been at the stripe a lot in the 4th quarter. First shot on the way, and that one's through. She'll get ready for her second shot, and that cuts it back to a 6-point ball game. 36-30. Model still with a 6-point lead, but they've led by as many as 12 on a couple occasions here in this ball game. And now that's been cut in half. Second shot on the way is through. This is the closest that we've seen after those 2 makes by Kendall, this Heard County team, in quite a while. They've got it within 5 now, 36-31. Model really needs a bucket on this possession. 2:30 left to go here in the ball game. Samantha Betts with the basketball, nearly loses it. Sasha Wood with the ball, starts to drive in, scoop shot, and goes in just when you had to have it. Sasha Wood comes up with her first bucket from the field in the game. Did score one other time from the free throw line, but boy, that was a must-have situation. Shot on the way is missed. Samantha Betts there with a big, big rebound there, long rebound for the Lady Devils. And they now lead it by 7, 37-31, under 2 minutes to go. Camry Sanders with the basketball, dribbles in front of the Model bench, now up towards the top of the key, fires it right wing side, trying to get it to Mathis, and gets fouled. That's going to be against Emma Beers, I believe. And so Model will inbound the ball here with 1:45 left to go in the ball game. This has been a really fun basketball game. A good one for the Lady Devils. Sasha Wood and the Lady Devils trying to close out strong. That's going to be a whistle and a foul that goes against Emma Lawson. And you can kind of sense that the desperation here for Heard County is starting to set in, as they are down by 7, 38-31. Still plenty of time for a comeback. But if Model can make a couple of free throws here, that will certainly help the cause trying to ice this game and put it out of reach here from Heard County. Sasha Wood with 2 shots coming up. She stands at the free throw line, gets ready for the first. Shot on the way, and that one is going to rattle out. Kind of circled around the rim and out, if you will. And Alana Penn's going to check into the game for Camry Sanders. One more coming up here for Sasha Wood. This is only her second trip to the free throw line. She's 1 of 3 so far. That one's off the back of the rim, won't go. Majesty Ware tracks down the rebound here for Heard County, brings it back the other way, fires it with a crisp pass underneath to Kendall, who rolls it in for the bucket, and that is going to cut it back to a 5-point ball game, 38-33, 1:33 left to go in the contest. We'll step out for 30 seconds. We're back for more after these messages.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
We're gonna take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds, or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Well, Model is led on a couple occasions in this game by a total of 12 points, but right now, with 1:33 left to go in the game, Heard County's cut it back to a 5-point game for the second time in the last couple of minutes of the game, so they're getting really close. And so Model calls a timeout here to kind of regroup, come up with a plan how to use these final 1:33 left to go on the clock here in the fourth quarter, trying to close out strong here and finish it off and pick up the victory here at home. We get ready for Camry Sanders to inbound the basketball for the Lady Devils as they try to work on handling this press. Little contact there from Emma Lawson as she got too aggressive on the press. And the Lady Devils will get ready to go to the free throw line as they are in the bonus. So we're going to see Samantha Betts going to the free throw line here for the Lady Devils. Takes a deep breath. These are big ones coming up here for Betts from the stripe. Puts it up, and that one's going to rattle off the back of the rim as she gets ready for a second shot. Alana Penn will check into the game for Camry Sanders. So one more coming up for Betts. Right now, Model leads it by 5 points, 38-33, with 1:31 left to go in the ball game. Second shot, that one's going to rattle in. So Betts is 50% from the line. Has made 2 of 4. Heard County going to bring it up the floor with 90 seconds left to go. Kendall with it, drives towards the lane, tries to pass it outside. Betts almost got her hands in there and stole it away, but it stays with Heard County. There's a quick 2. That one's off the rim, won't go. Penn with a big rebound right there for the Model Lady Devils. This has just been a tremendous team effort from these young ladies here tonight. They're going to send it down to Addie Mathis, who dribbles off to the right wing side, back around to Betts. Up top, Sasha Woods got it, drives inside, kind of lost her footing and slid to the floor as the ball rolls out of bounds. So Heard County's going to bring it back up to the floor. We are officially under a minute to go. Majesty Ware with it, drives in, needing a big bucket here. Misses the shot, Penn drives in, gets the rebound, and a whistle and a foul is going to be charged against Heard County. So Model's going to have more free throws coming up here in just a couple of moments, trying to put this thing away for good. Right now it's, hey, 52.4 seconds left to go on the clock, but it's still a 2-score game. So mathematically, Heard County is right in this, 39-33. Obviously, we'd much rather be in Model's position at this point, but this thing is not over. Alana Penn at the free throw line here with free throw shots forthcoming. Shot on the way, and that one rattles off the rim. She'll get ready for a second. So Alana Penn stares at the basket, dribbles it a couple extra times this time. She knows the gravity of the situation and knocks it through. Great free throw there by Alana Penn. That was a big one. 40-33, it's now a 7-point game. 45 seconds left to go. Here is Kendall driving, misses the shot, too strong. The ball is knocked out of bounds on Model, so it stays with Heard County. Pass is on the left wing side, and that last free throw, you can't emphasize enough how big that was, because it made it a 3-possession game, and that is going to be really, really tough for Heard County to overcome. But still, Model needing to finish this thing strong and not leave even the slightest opening. Crazier things have happened in a basketball game. Yeah, they call a travel on Camry Sanders, so that's a turnover for the Lady Devils. Definitely do not want to get the turnover bug here late in this contest with a 7-point lead. So Heard County with another opportunity here as Beers surveys the floor and looks to send it in. What we got? We got a timeout. So we're going to take this one also. 34.6 seconds left on the clock. Model on top, 40-33. We're back in 30 seconds.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
We're gonna take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds, or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
All right, folks, it comes down to the final 34.6 seconds in this one. Model leads it by 7, 40-33. Heard County, though, with possession of the basketball, trying to get it inbounds. They're going to find Kendall, puts up the shot, left it short, and it goes out of bounds as Beers tries to save it there for Heard County. So Model's going to get possession of the basketball, try to eat as much clock, and obviously Heard County at this point, I would imagine, would go in and try to foul and try to extend the basketball game trailing by 7 points, but we'll see what happens. They continue to press as they've done from the start of the game, so they're going to do that wire to wire, obviously. Sasha Wood has got the basketball, gives it off to Samantha Betts, sends it across the timeline to Addie Mathis, and they call a travel. And the Model fans protest a little bit here on this side, so that is 2 turnovers and 2 possessions for Model. But thankfully, they still have a 7-point, 40-33 lead with 23.6 left to go in the game. So time at a premium here right now for Heard County on their comeback bid. They sent it outside to the right wing side, driving in as Beers gets the quick 2. So they check that box and cut it to a 5-point game. 9 seconds on the clock, and Sasha Wood is fouled and will be going to the charity stripe. So again, the Lady Devils continue to try to close out this game. I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due. This Heard County Lady Braves have trailed the entire game and have continued to battle, got within 5 on 3 different occasions here late in this ball game. That's going to put it back to a 6-point lead here for the Lady Devils as Wood knocks down a clutch free throw there. But and this should close the door. 8 seconds left on the clock. Here comes Lawson, left wing side. They bounce it underneath. And another pass. Shot is up from Beers, and that one is through at the buzzer. But too little too late as the Model Lady Devils win it at home as they were able to put away the Heard County Lady Braves by a final score of 41-37. And that is the first region win of the year for your Model Lady Devils as their season record improves to 4-1, and they even out their region record at 1-1. So congratulations to Coach Sally Eccles and her Model Lady Blue Devils on a hard-fought victory over a really good basketball team tonight here at Woodard Gymnasium. Again, the final score 41-37. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll step out for 3 minutes. We'll come back, recap the scoring there from our first game, begin to set the stage for the second game, our nightcap. It is your Model Blue Devils against the Heard County Braves, and boys action coming up in just a little bit. Again, Model Lady Devils win it 41-37. We're back in 3 minutes for the post-game show.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors are tough thanks to more built-in weight, so they can safely pull flex-wing mowers and rescue neighbors stuck in the mud. And you're tough too. You haul feed and pull a float on your hometown parade.
Let's pray.
And still make it to supper. Now that's tough. Sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
We welcome you back in as we get ready to wind down our coverage of the girls basketball game. Again, the Model Lady Devils win it tonight. 41-37 was your final score. They would lead it 15-7 after the first quarter, 23-16 at halftime. It was cut down to an 8-point lead in the third quarter as they would lead it 28-20 going into the final quarter, and there were multiple times there late in the last few minutes of the game where Heard County got it to 5, but that is as close as they would get in the final frame, and Model is able to finish the drill and pick up the victory. Final score 41-37. The scoring breaks down like this for Heard County. They would pick up 8 points from Emma Beers, 3 points from Emma Lawson, 2 apiece for Belle Emery and Lily Cantrell, and their 2 leading scorers. One would be Asia Kendall, who picked up 10 points, but their leading scorer overall was Majesty Ware, who picked up 12 points, and I believe 7 of those 12 came in the second half of the basketball game. Meanwhile, for the victorious Model Lady Devils, they would pick up 9 points from Camry Sanders, 4 from Addie Mathis, 5 from Samantha Betts, some clutch free throws, and a made 3-point shot in the fourth quarter that really helped Model get over the hump and solidify the win. They picked up 4 points from Jada Wells, 2 points for Alana Penn, and then the 2 leading scorers tonight for the Model Lady Devils with 10 was Sasha Wood, and the leading scorer tonight was Savannah Minshew, who went down with an injury late in the ball game. So that'll definitely be something to keep an eye on. But again, the Model Lady Devils win it 41-37, and that's going to wrap up our broadcast of the girls game. We're going to start to set the stage for the boys. So we'll take a 3-minute timeout and get that locked and loaded, and we'll get ready for boys basketball. Model Blue Devils and Heard County Braves coming up when we come back in 3 minutes.